Tracing my roots to work as hard as I do. Been on the money train looking for more better blues. Them school days, no class act, I was breaking all the rules. Life's a boomerang and I had nothing to lose. Another boy in the hood is how it come across. I feel like Dr. Doolittle, but the money talks. They yelling he got game, I'm not the one to ball. This just some fresh soul food for every one of y'all. Yeah.
Yo, welcome back for another episode of Cornbread Movie Review. I appreciate y'all. Definitely this episode, you know what I'm saying? We got to remember Black Wall Street, man. Come on, man. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Stop playing. Look it up, man. But today, thank y'all for coming back. Like I said, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm hitting y'all with different top fives, TV shows, movie reviews as always. You know, working on a little vacation, little video, you know. But, hey, we getting to it. Today, we are going to do a movie review. And I'm a little excited about this one, you know. I see a lot of movies and I don't get, I get excited, but not like this movie. So, today, this movie that we are going to review, its name is Origin. Ladies and gentlemen, Origin is out now. It's in theaters. It's PG-13. If you haven't even heard about it, I don't know how much trailers they put out there, advertisements, but I see the movies that nobody sees and I see the movies that everybody sees. So thank y'all for coming to me for that review. All right. If you're new to the channel, understand I do each movie review in 5 different categories: acting, cinematography, storytelling. Did I get what I bought? Then is it a must see? Adds it up, spits out a Cornbread movie review number, and then I rank it throughout the year 2024. Okay. So first category is acting, and who is in this movie? You got Anjanou Ellis-Taylor. She plays Isabel Wilkerson. It's based off a true story. This movie is, and I'm just gonna say it, bro. Her acting is Oscar worthy, bro. Has to be nominated for an Oscar in 2024. This young lady did phenomenal. She dealt with some tragic loss. She dealt with being successful, but not really feeling complete, or in a gray area with her career. Like, okay, what's next? Based off of that, what's next? She's also a journalist, but how she gets that information and caring about other people, it's not just putting out a story, but it's putting out a bigger story. And you feel every scene, every emotion with this young lady and how she's portraying this. But I can't say she just did a great job and then, everybody else was peons. No. Acting covers everyone in this category. And I would say it's a lot of A-list celebrities in here, B-list celebrities. I say celebrities, but A-list and B-list actors in this movie. There was no scenes that were like B-roll. Each scene meant something. Even from the baseball players, to the plumber with that conversation. So all throughout this movie, you're glued to your seat, watching intensely. Each word is powerful, and you're saying, okay, well, dang, they really feel like this. Everybody did a great job. There's too many characters for me to, try to pick pocket which ones did better than the other. No, they all did a phenomenal job. So for me, acting categories got to get a 5 out of 5, bro. I was highly impressed on them portraying mostly real characters and putting it on the big screen. All right, even to the opening scene, those characters did a great job. I don't want to tell everything, but phenomenal. All right, first category is acting. Like I said, 5 out of 5. Next category is cinematography. So the movie is about 2 hours and 5 minutes, 2 hours and 10 minutes. Budget low. The budget was like $38 million. So, which the good thing is this is based off of a true story, right? So you don't need much green screen. It's not that much violence. You don't need any over the top visuals, right? You could just go into if it's a leak somewhere, go straight, take the camera straight in there and get the raw footage of that. So you don't need to do too much post-production with it. It also hurts it some too, because you have to be creative in certain scenes. I would say one scene that was very creative was reenacting a real life situation, but playing the real audio and then having the reenactment here. So you're watching the actors act, but you're putting the real audio on top of it. I thought that was very creative. We've seen it before, but I always like how they incorporate, not an interpretation, but no, the real thing on screen. Some pitfalls that they ran into. So you don't even know when this stuff is, right? You got to take context clues. We'll get into the storytelling, but like the first scene is, Trayvon Martin. So, okay, I'm like, all right, well, that's 2012. But then after that, so where do we go from here? We're progressing through this young lady's life, but we don't know when it is. Also, she travels from place to place. So when she's in Germany, they have to translate, and they're using, they're speaking German, but it's half subtitles, right? Like you're like, okay, well, why is that part when that person said a sentence or two sentences? It's not important, but to us it could be, right? But you translated everything else, so it's very confusing. So they have to do. I wish they did better on that. And they also, like I said, travel from India to Germany, different places in the United States. So they hopped around a little bit. You get to see some of the vibrant colors, and they brought you into a couple cultures of her doing her journalism and trying to figure out this problem that she has. So for me, cinematography is going to get a 3.5 out of 5. With the low budget, I understand it, but with a low budget, you don't get excused from being good, right? For being great. Just how if you had a $3 million budget, that doesn't mean that you're automatically gonna get a 5 out of 5. No, what are you doing with that money? So they had a couple pitfalls for me that was very confusing as the viewer on I was kind of lost visually with some things, but even though the scenes were great, kind of lost. So 3.5 out of 5 for cinematography. Okay. Next category is storytelling. So, fresh off the bat, I said the first 5 minutes, it's Trayvon Martin time, and that's very intense. Just recreating and seeing that real life situation that kicked off a lot of injustices in America, and just putting Black America, especially Black male America, on notice that, hey, bro, we out here getting hunted. So that sets the tone for the rest of the movie. I'm telling you, great. This movie is also more like a documentary that's a movie, not a movie that's a documentary. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of pieces, a lot of interviews, a lot of stories intertwine, and they make sense. And I appreciate that. Every scene, like I said, means something. And pay attention, right? Like, don't be eating popcorn, going to the bathroom. Like, you could miss something that's pivotal to the overall totality of the movie. So the movie is a book as well. Check out the book, The Cast. It is on Amazon as well. So I'll put as you can see, it is a real thing. It's on Amazon. You can get it probably on Audiobook too. When I said everything is connected, you got from the Germans to the Americans to the baseball players to the college students, and everyone having these real life journeys of heroicism, of defiance, of love, of anguish, of pain, of tragedy, of all these words, but they all blend together on what she's trying to elaborate and communicate to everyone else, that it's a problem. And not just an international problem, you could even have a generational problem. One of the things that stuck out to me that I get the privilege of, being African American and hearing these certain conversations of the difference between the should have and reality. And what that means is in reality, or if you should have done something, right? Like, hey, you should have turned left instead of right. Well, why should you? Nobody's this is a land of the free, right? Like, you should have the right to do this, 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 this. Anybody, as long as it's in the laws. Like, I don't understand why you can't do it. But reality, we know certain people at certain places can't do this, right? So having that conversation, and this one is, from a daughter to a mother and a mother to a daughter, but obviously a son to a father. It could be, switch roles. It could be peer to peer, friend to friend, boss to whoever. There's certain rules that reality is like, nah, you can't get away with that, even though it should be back to normal. So it was good to see that they put that in there. Even interracial dating, you have two people falling in love naturally, right? This ain't no dating app how they found each other. But how does that influence that family over here? How does that influence this family over here? People giving, sneak dissing, if they invited to the barbecue. So it's tackling a lot of issues that America could relate to and some of the world. So as a story, highly impressed. I wasn't expecting what was going on, but everything just glued together. It was like a puzzle. When you see the puzzle and you dump it out the box, everything is all unorganized. You're unsure of what things will look like until you put that last piece and it all makes sense. You see the bigger picture. So for me, storytelling is going to get a 5 out of 5 from Origin. Okay. Next category, did I get what I bought? So this movie, standard ticket. A lot of people haven't been seeing it. Which sucks. I don't know if that's to do with advertisement or just lack of awareness for this movie. But standard ticket, so it's not going to be in the big IMAX 3D movies. So about $12, if that, $10 to $12, depends on when you go. So I was expecting this to be a movie about, let's say, injustice, right? The typical injustice in America that we all know about. Okay, it's another movie about it, but let's see how they spin this one, right? Way more layered than that. You get the injustices of America. You get the injustices of, let's say, the Jews in the Holocaust. You get the injustices of Indiana. I say... Hey man, don't judge me. You get the injustice of India. I'm tripping. Of India, and with the Dalits, like this is a real thing. Dalit, Dalit. Like they're the untouchables, and it's bigger than race. So you get to see where in America it's the race or racism is a catch-all for how people are being treated, right? But in India, they're all the same race. So why do you have a category that's of people who are treated unjustly and treated the same as if they were a different race? Or Germans, how did that work, right? How do you just try to kill a whole race itself, even though they kind of looked alike, right? So. But I also like how this movie gives the other side, right? Lets people express how they feel. Everybody's not going to agree with you, but this movie does a great job of having other people express their point. It doesn't matter if you agree with them or not, but this movie allows it. It's kind of like no hidden agenda, right? You know how like people do documentaries and they only tell the people who agree with them on there and they put it out. But no, they're putting both sides of this equation out on this movie. So did I get what I bought? I was not expecting what I was watching, man. So for me, it's going to be a 5 out of 5 again. I highly impressed. Once again, I'm not playing, bro. This is how I feel about this movie, all right? Lastly, is it a must-see? You're getting a movie that's tackling a lot of complex issues. Also educational, bro. It's another movie, Deep South. I've never even heard about, but it's about those college students. They could have died if anybody would have found out. But you get to see how their journey was to tackle this issue of injustices in America and just how people are treated from town to town just based off of race. So check out that movie or check out that book, Deep South. That's also, I think, on Amazon as well. You get it's a house metaphor. I don't want to tell it all of what I'm talking about, but just check it out. It's the house that they're in. The whole totality of it is a metaphor. And now I want to say this. I don't do this lightly. Come on, man. Y'all know me for the past 3 or 4 years. I've been doing reviews. This is probably the best movie I've seen in the past 2 or 3 years. Bar none. Hands down. Probably the best movie I've seen in the past 3 or 4 years, man. So kudos to this. So is it a must see? Absolutely. 5 out of 5. All right. So overall, Origin receives, of course, a 5 out of 5 from Cornbread Movie Review. Check out my 2024 movies. Man, I'm not playing. I actually want to see it again just to see if I missed something. Everybody from top to bottom, from the acting to the storytelling to just the shock value and education that I received from this movie takes the cake. All right, so it's gonna be tough to top this movie in 2024. All right, so for me, I ain't gonna never leave y'all without a forgotten movie. If you're unsure what that is, it's a movie that you forgot about, never heard of, or you definitely just like, hey, I need to double back and watch. I need a good movie to watch. Okay, like a classic. So today, this movie is G.I. Jane. Come on, bro. I know y'all seen G.I. Jane out there. 1997. It's an army action war movie. Demi Moore, man, she was looking a little bad. They was trying to cook her up, but you get to see her tenacity, her fight, her will, and she unfortunately she has to do all that just because she's a woman, bro. Like, stop it, man. I'm glad. I don't know. I mean, I hope in military terms things are getting a little bit better for women, but there's always going to be injustices, unfortunately. But you get to see her chip away at some of those. In this movie. All right, so that movie is G.I. Jane. Check that out. Also check out Origin. It's out now in theaters. And check out all the rest of my reviews. You all right? Come on, man. I'm not playing. Represent Black Wall Street. Don't forget, this is a perfect movie to review with this hoodie on. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.